Donnie and Dolly. The team is supported by ableauctions.ca. Closing your business? We can help.
All of our guests, including Ian Furness, down in Seattle, standing by, brought to you by our friends at the Whistler Golf Club. More on Al Chris Manson and company and the renovations later on in the show. Before we get to Ian, you've got an update regarding the Canucks who host the Blackhawks tonight.
Yeah, so Jay Janauer, our good buddy there from BCTV, he says that Teddy Bluger...
Big EP40 fan.
Well, he doesn't like... He's like you. He doesn't like 11.6. Stop it, both of you guys.
I didn't say anything.
Good sign for the Canucks. Teddy Bluger on the ice prior to the game day skate. Not at the game day skate. This, who's this? Patterson, Jeff, our good pal.
I thought you said it was Janauer.
Nah, Janauer wrote about it, and then Patterson followed it up with a picture. So Teddy Bluger sighting at Canuck morning skate. That's what the skills guy, Jason Krog, is that Krog? Can you tell?
Well, Rick, the picture's from about a million miles away.
The skills guy is Jason Krog.
I'm saying yes, it is.
Good Fernie, BC guy. Chilliwack Chiefs back in the 90s. Anyways, Teddy Bluger, this is good, Donnie. I told you, Forbert skating yesterday, Garland skating yesterday, Bluger is skating. They're getting close. Mancini's not far. It's not going to be a long list of injuries soon.
I thought you were going to go through Jason Krog's career there for a second.
Hey.
Ian's standing by. We got to get to him here.
All right.
From KGR Sports Radio, Kraken Hockey Network, Ian Furness down in Seattle. How are you, sir?
Well, I'm a lot better now that I know Teddy Bluger's skating with the skills coach. It means he's close to get back. That's massive.
Hey,
a lot better.
You can use that on your show, Ian.
Yeah, exactly.
Feel free.
Yeah, big news down here. Absolutely.
Okay, look, hey, listen, you've got Canadian roots. You know what it's like up here.
I do. No, I do. I know what it's like. We do the same thing with the Seahawks. Like, oh, so-and-so's on the practice field today. Ooh, here we go. Yeah, and then you find out he's out for the year. So, yeah, all good, fellas. How are you?
Good. Seahawks host Arizona Sunday, 6-2 after winning in Washington. Ian, is this team going to come out of the NFC?
Well, I mean, it's an interesting NFC. We had that discussion on our show yesterday. Yep. It's there's no really dominant team. Philadelphia feels like maybe it could be that team. They've they loaded up a little bit, added some guys and pieces at the trade deadline yesterday, but I think the Rams are really dangerous. I mean, if I was just doing power rankings, I'd probably say Philly, Rams, Seattle, 1, 2, 3 right now. And I think it's those three teams. Detroit's in the mix. They haven't looked as good as they did most of last season, but they've still, they've shown flashes along the way, but then they lose to Minnesota. So yeah, I mean, it's honestly, it's fun. Like, it's fun. There's a little bit of parity in the NFL. There's a little parity in both the AFC and the NFC. I don't think there's like that one or two dominant teams like we've seen the last few years that have jumped out at everybody.
I think I've asked you this before, but it continues. They win in Washington, and when I first started watching the Seahawks, I think they went 0 for 50 their first 50 games traveling back east. Now things have reversed. And that started with Pete Carroll. Any particular reason why?
Well, I think one of the things that Pete did, and I remember, listen, I for the first 7 or 8 years I was traveling and covering those games, we'd go back east to the central or eastern time zone and was like, wow, this is going to be fun. We're going to go into a losing locker room again because we're going to get their doors blown off. And yeah, Pete did reverse it. One of the things they did, and in today's world of sports, you guys know this, the Canucks do it, the Kraken do it, every NFL team does it. They do all these things with tracking guys with sports performance and things like that. And it's so, so dialed in scientifically with the GPS monitors and all these things that they use. And what they did, the big thing they changed, and I think this has something to do with it. Also, you have to be a good football team, but I think something to do with it is they changed their travel plans. They used to fly out Saturday, no matter where they were playing, and then they would play Sunday. And if they're playing in the central or eastern time zones, they leave on Friday afternoon or Friday late afternoon, and they get there and they get a day to acclimate themselves on Saturday. And by the time they get ready to kick off on Sunday, they're ready to go. And I think that's helped quite a bit. Last week's different. They played at 8 o'clock Eastern, 5 o'clock Pacific on a Sunday night football. But that's kind of what they did. And listen, having done those trips and flying on a Saturday, not having to play a football game, but just flying on a Saturday, getting up early, and then, the games at 10 our body clock time, that was hard. That's hard. And I'm not playing. I'm just sitting in a press box eating food. But I couldn't even imagine what they're doing. So I think it really has made a difference what they've done in terms of travel.
Hey, how about some love for that offensive line? Geno Smith sacked 50 times last year. Darnold's only been sacked 9 times in 8 games. These guys have been absolutely great this year, and when he gets the time, Darnold, as we saw in Washington, he's going to pick apart the other team.
Yeah, Rick. I mean, the big thing is that they're healthy. First of all, they upgraded the left guard with Gray Zabel, the first-round pick. Charles Cross is having the best season of his career at left tackle. Sundell's been solid at center, not great, but solid. The right guard's still a problem. Anthony Bradford is still, depending on what underlying numbers you look at. I know we all love those in hockey, right? But I know whatever underlying, he's arguably one of the 2 or 3 worst guards in football at right guard. So that's still a soft spot. Abe Lucas coming back. He missed almost all of last year. Has helped at right tackle, although he's kind of the guy that gets blamed every now and then when Bradford's bad because the guy next to you still depend on the guy next to you, but he's been better. So they're good. They're not good enough. They're not good enough in the run game, but they're better than they were last year. And part of it is Darnold's just better. He gets rid of the ball better, does a better job in terms of, if it's not there, like dump it off. He had the one bad interception the second half the other day, but Sam does a better job of distributing the football. The offensive coordinator's better. I mean, Clint Kubiak over Ryan Grubbs night and day. So they're taking what the defense has given them. So it's kind of a combination of a lot of things. But yeah, the offensive line has certainly played better.
All right, let's talk about your hockey club. Second place in the Pacific Division, only 1 point out of first place. The Seahawks can't lose on the road. The Kraken can't lose at home, in regulation anyways. They're 4-0-2. We talked to you last year about they weren't great at home. What's changed?
I'll go back. We just talked about the offensive coordinator. Coaching matters, guys. You know that. Coaching matters. It 100% matters. Lane Lambert has, and his assistants, a couple of things. Aaron Schneekloth is kind of the defensive guy. He's done a good job. The PK numbers aren't there in terms. I think they're 26th in the league, but they've been better lately. They're 6 for 6 in the last 2 games, killing penalties, and even some of the other numbers tell us that they're a better penalty killing unit than 26. The power play is way better. Chris Taylor's done a magnificent job on the power play. He took over the power play. Chris has done a great job, and Lane's just a guy. Man, this dude knows how to coach. He's no nonsense. He wears out the whiteboard sometimes in practice, skates, and in game. But they're buying in. There's a buy-in with Lane. There's 100% buy-in with this guy. They're going to have bumps along the road. But at home, they've been consistent. They've had a hard schedule at home, guys, too. Like, they've had a hard schedule, period. Like, we thought initially that tonight's game would be the soft spot with San Jose, and obviously that's not the case. I don't know if there's a soft spot in the West. You guys tell me. I don't know if there's if there's many teams in the West that are true gimmies, right? I mean, it just doesn't feel that way. You're going to see a team tonight. It's really fun to watch, by the way. Chicago, we saw them on Monday. That is no longer a gimme, right? That's a hard game now, but they play a really tight checking defensive brand of hockey. They don't make a lot of mistakes in their own end. And fellas, I'm excited about what they've got coming up. We'll see how the season goes, but Lane, the buy-in for Lane's been good. Joey's been great in goal. DeCord's been really good. I don't know how he's going to play again tonight. They're going to ride this guy into the side of the mountain, man. It's crazy, but he's been really good. He's stolen some games along the way too. Certainly stole a point against the Rangers on Saturday. It's been a fun team to watch. It's really been cool this year because we needed that in Seattle, guys. Honestly, all joking aside, we need this team. For hockey, we need the team to be good. They go to the playoffs a year too, but the last 2 years they've been out of it by December, by Christmas. And that's not going to be the case this year. So it's been fun to watch.
Go ahead. Joey DeCord's so good, he's trying to score goals. 2 attempts against Chicago on Monday. How great was that?
Oh, I wanted that first one to go so bad. That would have been awesome. But Levchinov was back there. He kind of thing is these guys know, right? Like he gets it. He had it on his plenty of time and space on the forehand. He probably plays the puck more, and he probably plays it more than any goaltender in the NHL. Probably plays it as well, if not better than anybody. And dude he had a great line yesterday after practice. They're after the game, I guess, on Monday. People asked about it. He goes, "Hey man, shooters are going to shoot," and that's what he did. He shot twice. The first time had a chance; it was going in. Levchinov got back there and stopped it. The second one was going to go wide, but 2-goal lead. I think Lane, and this is where Lane's good. 2-goal lead. He's done this a couple times. He did it earlier this season too with a 2-goal lead. I think it was against Anaheim, maybe game 1, and I think Lane gives him a little bit of leeway with that, which is kind of good. A lot of coaches would just shut it down and say, "You're not doing that. Stop it. Blah blah blah." I think, and that's part of the buy-in, right? You have a coach that is much of a hard blank as he is, and a red blank as he is. I think that Lane is good in that regard as well. He's really a guy that cares about the players, and I think when you say, "Hey, you give your goalie the green light to give it a go," I think there's some buy-in in the whole locker room at that point too. They all want. I mean, the place is on their feet. It's like, oh, Here we go. But he's going to get one, guys. He's going to get one, whether it's this year or next. He's going to get one. Joey is for sure.
I always like the coaches that are okay with something that wakes everybody up. And a goalie scoring a goal is like that. Coaches who do different things at practice, whatever the sport may be. I love coaches like that.
Yeah, Donnie, listen, and you have to trust the player too, right? Like there's a lot of goalies that couldn't shoot the puck past their own blue line. But this is something this guy has worked on forever and a day. And honestly, it's one of the things that makes him so effective back there. He's like, it's kind of a cliche in hockey, the third defenseman, and he gets in trouble. Like there are times when he's like, "Oh, Joey, hey, buddy, you're not Brandon Montour." But no, he because he plays the puck so much, I think there's a trust factor with Lane. And you're right, it wakes up the whole building. This game was pretty much over. It was a really low event game all the way around, so the 2-goal lead was going to hold up with a minute and a half left and a minute left. But yeah, I thought it was kind of good. It's the buy-in factors. You guys know you got to buy in. There's sometimes when you just have coaches, guys don't buy in no matter what the sport. McDonald's that way with the Seahawks. Guys are buying into what he's selling. 1.5 years in, and the proof is on the field right now.
We'll get you back in the next hour or so when we get final word on Teddy Bluger, and we'll get your thoughts on that.
Yeah, I'm just waiting with bated breath for that one. Hey, I can tell you this: Riker Evans skating as well. With the skills coach out there. So with Jessica Campbell, in our skate around. So I know you guys are really curious about Riker as well. A kid from the Regina Pats, right?
Great kid. Yeah. Good high pick.
Hey, love to go. We're out of time, so we can't really go on about that. But we'd love to.
It's too bad. That's too bad. Yeah, McCann's still not skating, Rick. If you're wondering,
I know that his agent's a good guy, good friend of mine.
Thanks
really?
for this.
Well, what's the inside scoop? When's he coming back?
No, I'm not telling you.
Just stop right now.
No, I'm not telling you. Get out of here.
We're good.
No, I'm not telling you.
Who's not a good guy?
Well, we got a list. We just don't talk about it on air.
Everybody in our inbox that rips us.
Hey, right now you're not a good guy because we've gone way over time.
See you, boys.
All right. Thanks, Ian.